I just got back from the Downieville Classic, and I just want to talk about that race and that organization that puts on the race. The thing is, I love the town, I love the race, and I love the organization that puts it on. So I used to do the race as a single speeder, did it 7 or 8 times, and one year, 5 years ago, we got to the top and we were going pretty slow. It was a really hot day. The race starts out with a gigantic 4,000 foot climb. It's unbelievable. In the sun, and we got to the top and we're like hating life, and then we look over and there's this aid station and they're serving margaritas, and we look at each other and we go, what the hell are we doing this for? We could be doing that. So that's how our aid station got born, and I think this is our fifth or sixth year doing an aid station, and we do one that's at Empire Ranch is the location. And we do our bacon, and we do our whiskey, and we do our beer, and you can also get, you know, like water and gels and all that boring stuff. I have a wonderful crew of volunteers that are I think loyal to me because our aid station is so dang fun. We've got Hollywood, and she's from Reno. We have a couple people that work for me, and they just love it so much. We had 2 workers from here volunteer to do the aid station and to cook breakfast, and three of them actually. And then a couple others, a good friend of mine who just shows up every year and just says, okay, I'm here, what can I do? And another friend and his wife that just show up. It's such a good cause that help with the breakfast. And this year for the breakfast, we always take our tip jar, donate it to the volunteer fire department, and we donated $313 this year, so we feel pretty good about that. 3 or 4 years ago, Chris King did a breakfast. He would cook pancakes in the morning and then make quesadillas in the afternoon. And then they pulled out. They decided that wasn't worth it, and I snuck in there and I said, hey Greg, who started the organization, the Sierra Buttes Trail Stewardship, I said, I'm going to do a super ghetto job, but I'm going to provide some food and coffee in the morning if you let me. So that's how we got started doing the breakfast in Downieville. And as I did this more and more, I started working more and more with the Sierra Buttes Trail Stewardship, and got to know those people, got to know a lot of people in Downieville, started spending more and more time in Downieville. Its population is about 200 people. I know a lot of them now, really, really good people. It's the kind of place where it's in the mountains and everybody kind of has to be nice to each other, because if you get into a jam, you can't just call an ambulance or the cops because they're like an hour away. So everybody has to sort of get along and take care of each other, and that's really, really nice part of the town. It's got 1 grocery store, it's got 1 pizza parlor, it's got 1 Mexican restaurant, it's got 1 bar, it's got 1 gas station. So what else do you need? It also has a bike shop. The stewardship kind of saved the town by bringing in mountain bike tourism, I guess you would say. It's a destination for mountain bikes. I mean, I'm sure anybody hearing this has probably heard of Downieville before. If you haven't, you should check it out. So it's a gold mining town. Gold mining's gotten very difficult because of environmental regulations, and so they brought in this mountain bike thing, and they brought in a number of jobs. They employ 30 people, that organization does, and about 10 people in Downieville. So that's one of the reasons I love the organization so much. For me, I've been going to Downieville for 10 or 12 years, and a lot of times it would be a one-day thing. It's an hour and a half from Chico, and it's a completely different world, and it's fantastic. Did I say that I like it there? So it's a way to ride bikes, test bike parks, and have a little vacation at the same time.